All right, so first question is, since trials just ended, what's team chemistry like?
Well, okay, we had our first practice yesterday, and I would say, I mean, it's the first day, so obviously people are nervous, and like some of us don't know each other that well, especially because we're not in school. But I'd say, like, considering the circumstances, it was pretty good. We did some like team bonding stuff that I think helped get to know everyone. So I would say it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I also think that we have some pretty talkative underclassmen, and so that definitely helps because we're not the most talkative bunch this seniors.
Sure. I mean, I definitely see it from a different lens, being kind of not necessarily in the team chemistry part per se, but that is something that is super important to me as a coach is to make sure that we are focusing on that every single day. You know, like Emily spoke to, that we're not in school, so we're missing out on that Patriot period time or that lunch time together. You know, before games, you know, we're not really together like normal. So during practice, it will be something that is kind of forced upon so that it will eventually, hopefully, organically come out, which I think is a big piece to being successful.
So 2 years ago, almost, you guys won the state championship, and you guys, Emily and Jay, you guys were sophomores back then. So going into this season, do you feel any pressure to live up to those expectations of last year and going into that season?
That's a good question. I feel like there's always pressure when you play for Albemarle because we are such a good, like a well-known team, you know what I mean? And so I definitely think we want to perform to the best of our abilities. But yeah, I feel like we're pretty chill people, so
Yeah, I mean, I agree. There's always going to be some pressure just because of like the people who've come before us and what they've done for this program. So to be a part of it, there's pressure. And I would say, like, yeah, we were sophomores, and it's kind of weird that we just kind of skipped last year because now we're seniors. So I definitely think that adds some pressure too, because it's like all of the responsibility or a lot of it falls on us to like kind of lead our team there. So that adds more pressure as well.
From my perspective, like Emily and Jaya have said, there's pressure for sure, and that's probably self pressure to just do well and make sure that they have a successful season. And oftentimes, people measure success by wins, and hopefully, with a year gone by not being able to play, the pressure is just to have fun and make sure we have a season, and whether that season ends prematurely in regionals or if it ends on June 26th in state finals. I think it's for us just making it through the season will be considered a success as well.
So whether you guys' games are streamed on NFHS or whatever it's called, or A Town Today Sports or the Albemarle Athletic Sports Account, what can viewers expect to see from watching your guys' games?
Hopefully, lots of goals
yeah, lots of goals.
and none against us.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're talking to the center back and a goalie right here. So
Yeah, how many games do we have? 10? 10 shutouts?
yeah, for sure. People can expect that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think that with every year, each team is unique in what we try to bring. But overall, Albemarle Soccer wants to, play with possession and move the ball down the field, together as a unit. But ultimately, the one word that is going to stand out in my mind is just toughness. Like, it should be very visible that is something that we're bringing, play in and play out, day in and day out. Regardless of the score, regardless of what's going on, like a never give up moment. And the best part for me is that the core that is back experienced a state title game when they were down 1-0 and at halftime, and kind of had to readjust and figure things out. But if they didn't believe in themselves, if they didn't believe in their coaches and their peers, we wouldn't have won. And they, have that experience and hopefully will continue to show that belief within our games and regardless of, adversity that comes our way.